got me shook from the way your body looks. Got me riding hooks, got me feeling like a rook. I don't do it by the book, but for you I'll take a look. Don't know what your mama took, sweet and spicy like a cook, yeah. I'll keep it real, let's make a deal. Buy you a meal if you just let me feel. Get out your heels, grab on the wheel. Back to my place at the top of the hill. Don't have regrets, I know what's next. She need a fresh, I'll be back in a sec. Look at them legs, don't make me beg. Back to the room, let me show you my bed. Touching on your body feels like taking on a drug. You got me feeling good, yeah, you got me feeling numb. Everything you do, I can't seem to get enough. You got me feeling good, yeah, you got me feeling numb. Touching on your body feels like taking on a drug. You got me feeling good, yeah, you got me feeling numb. Everything you do, I can't seem to get enough. You got me feeling good, yeah, you got me feeling numb. I could look at you all day, watch the way them hips sway. Love your body, so I pray, don't you dare take it away. Can't control what I say, lost my mind cause your frame. Hey girl, what's your name? Lit me up just like a flame. Body in motion, I feel the commotion, beyond you like lotion. I'm honest and broken, I flow like the ocean. I feel you were chosen to fix me, I'm broken. My heart that you stolen, hey. Stay with me, play with me, lay with me. Hate to see when you leave, chemistry feels like it's destiny. I just want you laying next to me, and I really don't want you to ever leave. On your body feels like taking on a drug. You got me feeling good, yeah, you got me feeling numb. Everything you do, I can't seem to get enough. You got me feeling good, yeah, you got me feeling numb. Touching on your body feels like taking on a drug. You got me feeling good, yeah, you got me feeling numb. Everything you do, I can't seem to get enough. You got me feeling good, yeah, you got me feeling numb.
Kane is in the building.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here to the NEXXTCAR Racing League for tonight's NEXXTCAR pre-race show at Michigan International Speedway. That is right, folks. We are up north here in Michigan, where we are getting ready to kick off the third race of Season 9. But before we can do that, well, we have got your pre-race show tonight, and joined with us up here, well, that's the one and the only three-time champion, Peyton Tulloch. What's going on, buddy?
Not much, Ronnie. How's it going?
Going good, man. It's just me and you tonight. Tucker, he's not here tonight, so it's just me and you for a little bit. We're going to try and get some guest speakers up here tonight. But tonight, Michigan International Speedway. Third race of the season. We've started this season off with 2 different winners at Daytona and Texas last week, but tonight, Michigan awaits.
As a driver tonight, Ronnie, I am so excited for this race. Like, Michigan is always exciting for NEXXTCAR, especially in the truck series. We have had some all-time moments in the series of this track. You know there's going to be a lot of passing. This track's wide. You've got multiple grooves. What you can choose which lane you want to go. It's a little bit of a drafting, so you see a bunch of pushes and stuff. It's going to be action-packed from the moment the green flag flies to the checker flag falls.
Yeah, no, for sure. You mentioned it. This track is wide. We're going to see 3 wide. We're going to see 4 wide. And I would not be surprised through these corners as this race progresses and gets closer to that checkered flag that we will not see 5 wide tonight. Because here at Michigan, Peyton, this is a track that you can do it, and you can probably easily do it.
Oh yeah, there's room for it. If guys are paying attention for it, like you said, you're definitely going to see 3 a lot. You're going to see 4 a good bit. I wouldn't be surprised at all if we at least have 1 5 wide moment because it's going to be a bunch of jostling for positions.
Yeah, no, and that always leads to Calamity Corner. But hey, let's rewind a week to Texas, where I would hands down, Peyton, say that was one of the best races we have had in the history of NEXXTCAR. The drivers, that was the first race without a faster pair here in the history of NEXXTCAR, and those drivers were absolutely up to the challenge, had a clean race from the drop of the green flag to the checkered flag, and at the end of it all, it was absolute domination from Durand.
Yeah, very impressive race all around the field. Give the field credit. Like, that is not an easy track. That track was slick. You would go from slick to plowing every other lap. Like, it was a hard track to handle. And the fact that we had such a clean race, very impressive on the field. And especially kudos to Durand for mastering the track. I mean, you could throw a blanket over a lot of the top 5 to 6 cars for most of the race, but Durand just flat out elbows up, earned the win in dominating fashion. So very impressive showing from him.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, he led 117 out of the scheduled 130 laps. So that right there, hands down, tells you just how dominant that 24 truck was. But, he had a couple scares, throughout the race. He had to battle Norman for that stage win. It all came down to pit strategy. He pitted 6 laps after Norman, which therefore gave him those fresher tires to get that stage win. But, we didn't get our first caution until 3 laps before the stage, Peyton. So we had green flag pit stops. We had a little bit of everything last week, and we heard it in the post race just how tricky that pit road really was. You heard it from Norman. There's that gap before when you're entering onto pit road and before iRacing registered you were on pit road. So there's a little bit of delay there, and that played a little bit of a factor on his entrance he mentioned. But that pit road, man, we had 2 green flag pit stops, and it definitely showed its importance.
Yeah, that pit road, like Ronnie said in post-race, last race, was probably one of the hardest, if not the hardest pit roads we ever entered, just because not only was it difficult to get on, it was being very weird with what the information it would tell you as a driver. So it was difficult for sure, and it played a big part. It was also seeing green flag stops and strategies playing out. I mean, the field got opportunity after opportunity last week, and I wouldn't count it out tonight either.
Oh, no, without a doubt. Absolutely not, especially without these faster pairs. But, hey, let's see if we can't try to get the man of the hour last week in Texas up here and get his inputs on Michigan here. Absolutely, I am not seeing him on comms. So we're gonna get another driver up here in a minute, Peyton. But the guy we're getting ready to get up here, the driver of the number 4 of Caleb Lamb. That has got to be the hottest driver in the NEXXTCAR Truck Series field today. He barely missed out on getting his first NEXXTCAR Truck Series win at Daytona. The gap, 0.011. The difference between him finishing second and going to victory lane like we saw Colin Ballinger do. And then last week at Texas, he was inside the top 3 all race long until that final pit stop, and then the tires just gave out. He had to settle for that 4th place. But right now, Peyton, I don't think there's anyone hotter in that truck than that 4 of Caleb Lamb.
Yeah, I agreed. I mean, he's one of 2 drivers that have had 2 top 5 finishes to start the season, him and Ryan Norman. And he honestly, like you said, very well could have got a top 3 in both if He just plays the field a little bit better. Still managed to play the field game good enough to get a top five. He's on it. Both him and Durand are. Don't you love how we kind of call these guys in the preseason, talking about these are guys to watch for breakout seasons, and here they are. They have showed up with speed from the moment the green flag fall at Daytona, and they have carried it over. I'm very interested to see how they do today in Michigan.
Yeah, no, absolutely, without a doubt. But hey, let's get the words from the man himself, and let's get Caleb Lamb up here to the NEXXTCAR pre-race show. Caleb, it's Ronnie and Payne for the NEXXTCAR pre-race show. You got us, buddy?
Yes, sir.
All right, buddy. We were just talking about you are probably the hottest driver on the track right now here in the Truck Series. Got it kicked off at Daytona. Unfortunately, heartbreaking finish there for you, but you were able to put it behind you last week at Texas. Tonight, Michigan. It's a beast of its own. How do you feel about it?
I mean, it's another good, strong track for me. So, another drafting-ish style track. Not so much, a little bit more handling than Daytona, obviously. But I think just stick around in the top 5 and be there at the end, so you never know what happens.
Yeah, no, for sure. You know, we mentioned it in your post-race interview. It was all 4s last week. 4 cautions. You finished 4th. You're in truck number 4. What is it going to take for you tonight to get that number 4? Maybe you mentioned jokingly, maybe next week at Charlotte, maybe round out the 4s, but what is it going to take to get that 4 to finally break through?
Put myself in first for once instead of second or third on with some of these restarts, and be able to gap manage a little bit better instead of trying to close the gap and burn my tires off doing so. So at Daytona, it didn't really matter so much, but especially at Texas, it was tough trying to pass anybody. So, and it'll be kind of like that here, I think. Once the tires start wearing, hopefully we get some long green flag runs. That'll be fun. But
yeah,
hopefully
no,
I
for
can put
sure.
my truck up front.
Oh, I have absolutely no doubt in the world that you can't get that done tonight. But Peyton, what you got for the driver of the 4?
Yeah, man. I just want to ask, like, where did this consistency come from? Like, looking back at your last, even from last season when you raced Cup with us, your last 4 starts in the Cup Series last season, you had 3 top 5s, and then you started the season off with 2 more. So you were having speed no matter what track, whatever what series, each and every week right now. Where did it come from?
I don't know. Not to sound cocky, but I felt like I had speed every week. It just didn't. I wound up stepping on, I just wound up screwing it up every single time. So now I'm just, I don't know, just different mindset. Not so much being the aggressor, just trying to finish these races out, and it's just kind of gone my way so far. I've been out of the hornet's nest in mid pack. That helps a lot. So.
Hey, fair enough on that. And I'm sure with the speed you have and the consistency you're having, that trip to victory lane's coming soon.
Well, we certainly hope so.
Yeah, no, and to kind of piggyback off of Peyton's question there, Caleb, that speed really started to catch my eye, and I mentioned it in the second half of the season last year. It all kind of got kicked off at Martinsville. Unfortunately, it was a little too late for you in the season to punch your ticket to the playoffs, but this season, like Peyton said, you have absolutely been on another level all by yourself, and that speed continuing right here tonight. You're sitting 3rd in practice, so obviously you've got a bad, fast Chevy.
Oh, definitely. Guys built a good Dubby Chevy. I wouldn't be here without the help of my teammates. I'd like to point that out. Daytona in particular is a lot of help from Paul and Trenton and Cody Kepner. Those guys did a heck of a job helping me through the field, and I just want to thank them and Joe Torres and Gary for being good driver coaches. I appreciate all the help that they've come through with, and that has a lot to do with it as well. I would be selling them short if I didn't give them some sort of shout out. I appreciate them, but
yeah, no, for sure. I mean, racing is definitely a team sport, Peyton.
Oh yeah, no matter who you are, what you do, you gotta have those guys that, even if you're not necessarily have teams, you gotta have those guys in your corner that you can ask questions and kind of help develop each other. And I know you got a good guys around you, and you can tell it's working out for all of you.
oh yeah, definitely. definitely.
But Caleb, any last points here before we let you get back to practice here in that W Chevy?
Well, I just like to again thank all my guys, Gary and the race control, and you guys for putting on this and broadcasting it. I really appreciate watching these back. It's a lot of fun. Makes delivering the mail a little bit less stressful and boring. So, but I just really appreciate y'all, and hopefully we could have a good, fun, clean race and battle it out for the win.
Absolutely, buddy. We do it for you guys. If you guys didn't put on the show on the track, well, there wouldn't be any reason for me to bring the broadcast and do the pre-race show like me, Peyton, and Tuck do every week. So, no, it all goes down to credit to you guys as well. So, but hey, we're going to let you get back to practice here tonight. I appreciate you jumping up here real quick and giving us a little insight into the cockpit of that number 4 tonight.
Thank you, guys. Hopefully we'll be talking to you later on.
Yes, sir. Good luck. Yeah, Peyton, that 4, man, he sounds confident tonight. And how can you not be confident coming into a track like this where it's bad fast? We've talked about it. You can go 3 wide, 4 wide, run that bottom, run the middle, run the wall. You can basically put your truck wherever you need to get some clean air on the front of it. So, and I mean, he's sitting 3rd on the standings right now in practice. So obviously he's got some confidence inside that helmet tonight. And I look forward to that 4 putting on one heck of a show tonight.
Yeah, his demeanor has completely changed, in my opinion, from last season. Like, you can tell that, getting his feet wet, getting going last season, he's carried that momentum like we talked about this season. And I mean, it's really early. We've only done one regular oval track, but he's already inserted himself as a favorite. You can tell that he's got that in his mind, and we'll see if he continues riding that momentum wave.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And let's take a quick run through your top 10 in the standings real quick. David Durant, after the win at Texas, currently sitting at the top of the standings with Caleb Lamb in 2nd. You guys can see it scrolling down across the bottom of your ticker there. But 4th, yourself sitting there. Tucker in 5th, Ballinger 6th after winning at Daytona. And then Walton in 7th, Branson 8th, Abar 9th, Adam Curtis with a great start to the season inside the top 10 in 10th. I'm a little shocked by those 2 drivers sitting 9th and 10th right now, Peyton. Last season, it was all Alberto Abar in the 43. He probably had the greatest season to his tenure here in NEXXTCAR. This season, though, not necessarily getting kicked off on the right foot.
Yeah, you could tell when the rumors started spiraling that we were possibly coming back to trucks, the 43 driver was nervous. And you can tell it's taking him a second to get used to the car, like the trucks. Like, I could tell last week when racing around him, like he's not comfortable. He's not comfortable putting on that line. He's not in the groove right now, but that's very temporary. Alberto's that guy that give him time. He's going to figure out this truck. He will be competitive. It might take a few weeks for him to figure it out, but I'm not really worried about the 43 car just yet.
Yeah, no, and he'll be the very first one to tell you. I mean, he told me that after the race last week. He said, Ronnie, I wasn't comfortable, because then the very next night in the Cup Series, he was dominant. He led the most laps, didn't get the win due to pit strategy and having to save fuel, but he said there was a huge difference from Sunday night to Monday night. He just does not have that confidence right now in the Truck Series, but like you said, it's Alberto Abar. This is a very, very temporary thing for him. So within the next 2-3 weeks, I expect to see that 43 back up running in his regularly scheduled program, back up inside the top 5.
Oh, 100%. And he's one of those guys that he does not really, I guess, not going to affect his confidence at the beginning of the season. He knows that he's got a little more speed than what he's showing in the point standings right now. I'm no worries on the 43. I know he's not worried either.
No, and let's look at the flip side of that. I mentioned the guy sitting in 10th right now, Adam Curtis. Where did he come from this season? I know we've only completed 2 races, Daytona and Texas, but here he is after 2 starts, Peyton, up inside the top 10. Who would have thunk it from that 69?
Hey, that's a guy that continues to develop every season in NEXXTCAR. He's got an NEXXTCAR winner's belt, keep in mind, and he's continued to just get better, slowly but surely. And he's getting smarter. Like, that was one thing I kind of noticed. Like, I'm not trying to roast him as a driver, but his driver intelligence is also getting up because he's putting himself in good positions to survive these things. He's putting himself in positions to be there at the end, get good finishes, what he deserves to finish. Like, he's developing all assets of his game, and it's been really impressive to watch.
Yeah, no, for sure. And someone that I think is going to be impressive to watch tonight is a rookie making his very first, excuse me, his very first start tonight, and that is Zachary Taylor in that number 1 Chevy. He's a rookie making his very first debut here in NEXXTCAR, and here he is sitting at the top of the standings in practice.
Hey, talk about some confidence, right? Join a league, never ran with these guys before, and you go to the top of the speed chart. Always nice to start your weekend like that. So, and it's always nice to have somebody new in the league that might be a little X factor. We never raced with him before, but hey, if he's got speed like that, should be fun.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But hey, Michigan, Peyton, how do you feel about it tonight?
This is a track that I really, really should have won a few seasons ago, and I still think about that race. But it's I love this track personally. I mean, there's just so much you can do as a driver. If it's save time, it's save time. If it's go time, it's go time. You've got everything at your arsenal. You can kind of control your own destiny. However, I say that this is also a track that's very reliant on friends and drafting. You've got to have yourself in a good position that you have guys around you that are willing to work with you, not just leave you out to dry if you make that move. So there's a lot to this track, and I'm excited for it all.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And, like we mentioned, it's wide. You're running that white line. You're going to run a middle. You're going to run a wall. And there's no bad line here at Michigan. You carry the speed no matter what line you are. And if you got that guy in front of you, we've seen it. The air manipulation is absolutely crazy here. So you can put that truck wherever you need it to run to get that clean air and keep the temps down and try to get a better position.
Yeah, that's what's so nice. Like we talked about in pre-race, like the opportunity to do 5 wide, because there's truly like 5 lines to run. Like you could run the bottom, you can run half a lane up, you can run a lane up. Like there is just to run this track no matter who you are. So it'll be interesting to see the guys who think, hey, let me be the Kyle Larson Reddick line, or the guys that will be bottom dwellers, or the guys that just consistently run the middle. Like it's going to be a bunch of different strategies, a bunch of different driving styles all at once.
Yeah, no, and I mean, we have got 26 NEXXTCAR Truck Series drivers in the session right now as we are closing in on qualifying, Peyton. So this race, it is shaping up to be a good one tonight.
Oh, you know it. Like I said, this is very exciting. I'm very excited, though, to see how the zero fast repair affects this race, because a lot of guys will circle this race as kind of not necessarily a super speedway, but kind of a hidden one in a way. Like there's a lot of super speedway aspects to Michigan, so there's the opportunity a lot more for the big one in this track compared to other mile and a half. So I'm interested in seeing the strategy in that. Like, who are the guys that are gonna decide, hey, I'm gonna run the back and try to keep my truck clean because I don't have the fast repair like we did at Daytona? Or who are the guys that are gonna go point racing from the start to finish and just don't worry about it? I think that's a big thing that isn't going to be talked about a lot until we actually get in this thing.
Yeah, no, and I think that might have contributed to just how much of a great race that was last week at Texas. That was the first race in NEXXTCAR history where there was no fast repair, and we walked away with 3 cautions, one being the stage.
Yeah, so I think that also, after you have a race like that as a driver, like usually you can kind of try to guess the cautions, but when you have a race like that last week, now you're like, man, are we going to get a caution? Like, you're going to have to constantly be thinking about that the whole race, because if we can do it one week, we can do it another. So it's going to be tough as a crew chief and driver at the same time.
Absolutely, buddy. But hey, the checkered flag is out here in practice. Well, I'm going to wish you good luck tonight here in Michigan, man. Best of luck tonight.
Hey, thank you, Ronnie. Hopefully put on a good show. And hopefully I'll be talking to you here shortly.
Yes, sir. Best of luck tonight. But, folks, that is going to do it for your NEXXTCAR pre-race show here at Michigan International Speedway. Tonight, we have got 90 laps, 180 miles around this 2-mile track. You're going to see them 3 wide. You're going to see them 4 wide. And we may even go 5 wide here at Michigan. Folks, buckle up, because this is the fastest track on the NEXXTCAR circuit. All right, folks, welcome back here to Michigan International Speedway, where we are getting ready to go racing for 90 laps around this 2-mile track. That is right, folks, Michigan International Speedway. This is the fastest track on the NEXXTCAR circuit. We are definitely in for a good one tonight. Let's check out your race information here in Season 9, Week 3 for the 5-wide Shootout 180 presented by True Designs Racing Cockpits and W Energy. True Designs back for the second season as the premier sponsor of the NEXXTCAR Racing League. If you guys do not know what True Designs is, well, it's a paint scheme company owned and operated by our very own Nicholas Trudeau. He has painted so many of these beautiful truck schemes you're going to see out on the track tonight, and then tomorrow night when the NEXXTCAR Cup Series comes right back here to Michigan. 69 degrees Fahrenheit, 73% humidity, partly cloudy skies, that wind 4 miles an hour. Track temperature sitting at a cool 72 degrees Fahrenheit, folks. That is right, 72 degrees. That means one thing and one thing only. This track is cool. This track is going to have a lot of grip. These drivers, they're going to be throwing these trucks into the corners. And that, folks, is going to set us up for a fantastic race tonight. 90 laps around this 2-mile track with that stage break coming at lap 35. If you guys missed last week's race at Texas Motor Speedway, David Duran put on an absolute clinic. He led 117 out of the 130 scheduled laps. Pure domination. It wasn't just smooth sailing for that 24, though. He had to battle Ronnie Norman in the closing laps of the stage, but pit strategy played in favor for that 24 Chevy. Duran got the stage win, was able to translate that into a race win for his first race win of the season. Colin Bollinger won back in Week 1 at Daytona. Week 2 belonged to Duran. We have started the season out with 2 different winners in the first 2 races. Are we going to have a third different winner tonight here at Michigan International Speedway? Well, folks, only time will tell. But hey, qualifying, it's over, baby. It is time to get this race session kicked off at Michigan International Speedway. All right, not sure why why that camera is not working, but all right. Let's try and find one that is working. I'm not sure what's going on with this thing. All right, there we go. Let's check out your starting grid for tonight. Paul Irvin going to grab the pole in that 48 with a 39.193. Justin Duran making his NEXXTCAR debut tonight on the outside of that front row. He's going to grab that second position in the 30 with a 0.033. Third, David Duran. With row 2, Caleb Lamb to his outside. Row number 3 is going to go to Peyton Tuluckin at 17 with Colin Bollinger in 6th. Zachary Taylor 7th, Trenton Branson 8th, Alberto Abar 9th, and Ronnie Norman rounding out your top 10. Steve Bocock with a great run in 11th, Vincent Short in 12th. Row number 7, going to go to Robert Asong in 13th with Mike Robinson in 14th. Patrick James in 15th, Joshua Hale in 16th, Cody Kepner 17th, Corey Taylor 18th, Jacob Rickwalt making his debut in NEXXTCAR in that 19th position, with Mike Campeggio rounding out the top 20. 21st is going to go to our good old buddy, old pal, Michael Lamphere in at 13. 22nd, Justin Crompton. 23rd, Austin Walton. 24th, Adam Curtis. We were just talking about him and the great run he's having this season, being up inside the top 10 in the standings. 25th, Harold Tucker. 26th, Robert Babcock, rounding out your NEXXTCAR Truck Series field tonight. Let's see if we can't try to dial up your pole sitter. Paul Irvin, it's Ronnie in the booth. You got me, buddy?
10-4, I got you.
All right, man. I'm sure you're scared to be talking to me right now, buddy, but hey, it is Michigan International Speedway tonight. 90 laps. How do you feel about that 48's chances?
Don't worry, I'm in second gear now, so we're not going to be pulling another Dover. Man, I mean, it's a draft track. Just going to try to control what I can control. Anytime I say that, it tends to not work out in my favor. So, you know, just I'm going to drive maybe 80% instead of 100, and you know, get there at the end.
Absolutely, buddy. Best of luck tonight.
Thank you, sir.
All right, folks, that was your pole sitter, Paul Irvin, and that Dubby Chevy number 48. Folks, reach up there. Make sure those TVs are strapped down tight because we are in for a wild race tonight. You're going to see 3 wide. You're going to see 4 wide. You might even see 5 wide here at Michigan International Speedway. And for the first time tonight, the pace car hooking that hard left onto pit lane. The control of the field is in the flagman's hands, and we are underway at Michigan. Durand. Justin Durand, that is, on the outside of the front row, side by side, then even into turns 1 and 2. Irvin inside. Justin Durand outside. Here comes David Durand through the bottom. The 30's going to drift up a little bit. Is that going to open up the door for Caleb Lamb and the 4 behind him? It is not. Still side by side for the front row. Now Irvin clears the outside row. He pulls up top. Justin Durand holding his own. Now he's going to push up. Here comes Caleb Lamb through the middle. Lamb down low. Justin Durand up high. Caleb Lamb's going to get the big run on the back draft of the 48 of Paul Irvin. He's going to lead the field back here to lap 1. Caleb Lamb trying to run that middle line. Now maybe trying to get that 4 to arc back down to the bottom. Gets a great launch off of 2. Side by side for 5th. Here comes Peyton Tulloch in the 17. Colin Bollinger to his outside. That is for the battle for 5th. Bollinger outside, Tulloch inside with the 79 right behind him. Big crossover move, Paul Irvin. Lamb slide jobbed him out of 4. Irvin said, no, sir. I'm going back to the bottom. Crossover city here at Michigan. Side by side, dead even for the lead into 1. The field sprawling apart through 1 and 2. Bollinger way up the track in that red 53. Let's jump on board out of 2. Abar blocking a little bit in that white 43 Tundra right in front of him. Down the backstretch, side by side with Tulloch. The battle for 5th continues, this time by 43-17. Ronnie Norman right behind these guys in that 6 Ford F-150. Looking to the inside of Bollinger this time through the tri-oval, but Irvin Lamb still side by side for the lead at the line. Zachary Taylor, big move to the inside. That's that W Chevy 79. 3 wide down the backstretch here on lap 4, folks. We said it. 3 wide. It is not going to be a surprise to see these drivers. Now maybe 4 wide out of 4. Nope, the 43 of Alberto Abar thinks better of it. Now they are going to, nope, they're going to say 3 wide. Hey, Abar jumping out of the gas, not going to go to the inside of the 17, but the battle for 5th continues here on lap 5. Lamb's going to finally clear the 48 of Irvin this time by. Now can he set sail? Or will Irvin run it back down into 48? One of the Durands up into the outside wall out of 2 that time by. I'm going to go ahead and say it was David Durand. He's falling back into 24 Hershey's. Here comes Bollinger looking big to the inside. Tulloch on the bottom line. He's starting to fall back into 17. Branson Running in that 10th position into 32, looking for more to the outside of Vincent Short. Short into 15 on the bottom. Branson 32 outside. Now 53 slow on the outside. Bollinger falling back. That's going to get them mixed into battle here for 10th. Abar with a big move to the bottom. Bocock and James side by side right behind the 6 of Ronnie Norman. That's the battle for the 13th position. Bocock inside, James outside, Norman all over the back bumper of Mike Robinson down through the tri-oval into turn 1. But back to side by side for the lead. Lamb inside, Irvin outside. Lamb slides up, crossover city for the 48 again out of 2. Irvin trying to continue the strong run off that highline momentum, carrying it to the inside of the leader. Bump drafting side by side for 2 rows like this is Talladega. Oh, the 48's going to get loose that time through 3 and 4. Here comes Abar in the 43. Here comes the 79 of Zachary Taylor with a big push from the 24. Justin Duran continuing to hold his own up front. Great shot of the field coming down the backstretch this time here on lap 8, entering turn 3. Side by side this field, fanning apart through 3 and 4. Oh, and around's going to go, I think, the 15. No, it was not Vincent Short. We stay green. Mike Robinson. Yep, Mike Robinson in that 18 Chevy. Big slide out of 4. Kept his foot in the gas. He keeps that truck going straight. It's going to cost him a bunch of positions, but he's going to keep that Chevy rolling straight. A fender down the backstretch. Hasong hard up into the outside wall. Caution is out for the first time tonight here on lap 9. A lot of damage to the right side of that 29 Chevy. Let's back it up and see what exactly happened to the 29. Last week at Texas did not go the way that 29 needed to after a run-in between himself and a 13 of Lanphier. But now this time through turns 1 and 2. He's to the outside of the 11. The 11 just pushes up there, and the 29 gets punted into the outside wall hard. A lot of damage to the right front of the 29 of Robert Hasson. Back-to-back weeks. Just not going the way he needed to in that Ford. Yeah, once they made contact, it was all over for the 29. Let's jump on the helmet cam. Yeah, right there he got hit. And then, unfortunately, just overcorrected into the outside wall. Caution. Out for the first time tonight in the 29, sitting on pit road, getting that car worked on. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. Babcock, he's also taking that number 2 Toyota to the hauler, calling it a night. But pit road is busy. Lamb going to lead the field onto pit road here for the first pit stop of the night. Everybody coming down to take fuel and get tires. Lamb's going to lead the field off of pit road. Zachary Taylor's going to jump up a couple spots. He's going to leave pit road in second. David Drand up to third. Irvin fourth. Bollinger fifth. Where is the 30 of Justin Duran? He's going to come out in that 8th position. So a couple of these leaders that have been out front for the majority of this race so far Well, now they're going to be mirrored back in traffic, so it's going to be interesting to see. I mean, at 30, Justin Duran, he had a strong Chevy here in the opening laps, but now stuck back in that dirty air. It's going to be interesting to see how does that 30 perform now. But Caleb Lamb going to lead off of pit road with that lead. But the lights are off on the pace car. The field back side by side, bumper to bumper. That means one thing and one thing only. We are going back racing this time. Caleb Lamb, Zachary Taylor making up your front row with David Duran, Paul Irvin in row number 2, Ballinger, Branson, row 3, Norman, Justin Duran, row 4, and Lanfear and Bocock in that 5th row. Bocock strong start to this race. Up one position where he started, up inside the top 10, and that Navy Chevy number 12. The pace car once again leading the field through turns 3 and 4. Hooking that hard left down onto pit lane. That is going to give the control of the field to the hands of the number 4 of Caleb Lamb. Into the NEXXTCAR restart zone they go. Green flag back in the air here at Michigan. Great launch from the 4 of Lamb. Zachary Taylor matching it. Can he drop back down into the bottom? He cannot. He's going to stay to the outside. It almost looked like he was going to be interested to come to the bottom, but here comes David Duran in the 24, looking to pick right up where he left off last weekend down in Texas. The only truck on that inside line this time, 79 with a big air push to the back of the 4 down the backstretch. Duran's going to fall back to 3rd, maybe 4. Here comes Irvin and Ballinger. Justin Duran powering through into 30. Wasting no time. Oh, the 48 Irvin's loose. Save it, buddy. He saves it in front of the 53 of Ballinger. Great driving by Ballinger. Giving the 48 plenty of room and opportunity to save that W Chevy. And Irvin prevails and saves it. How about the 32 of Trenton Branson here early on? Up into that 7th position. Qualified 8th. And he is wasting no time working his way back up through the field as well. Alberto Abar to the inside of paint to luck. Here comes Vincent Short making it 3 wide down the backstretch into turns 3 and 4. Abar backs out. Oh, Abar's going to lose the nose a little bit as the 15 slid up in front of him. You saw the big wiggle, but he's going to keep that 43 pointed in the right direction. Here comes Mike Robinson in the 18. 3 wide down through the trial this time by on lap 15. Ronnie Norman powering around the outside of the 12. Norman forcing the issue 3 wide out of 2, but they're all going to prevail. And here comes Zachary Taylor to the front of the field. But now, here comes Justin Duran. He's going to power his way past the 79. Duran to the lead. Justin Duran, that is, here on 16. But here comes Zachary Taylor saying, not so fast, buddy. I want that lead back. Taylor, the fastest truck in practice, now looking to try to fight his way to the front of the NEXXTCAR Truck Series field. Lamb on the inside of the 24, Durand. David Durand looking to the outside, Caleb Lamb to the inside. On the roof cam of Patrick James down the front stretch this time, back in that 17th position. Looking at the field, fanning apart in front of him through 1 and 2. Michael Lamphere trying to work his way back up inside the top 10 in that 13. Bocock back here in that 16th position. Something amiss on the 12 here since the drop of the green flag on this restart. Back in that 16th position, -5 where he took the green flag tonight. Mike Campeggio running back in that 24th position. But out front, Justin Duran has climbed to a 1.2 second lead over Vincent Short in the 15, Pate to Luck in the 17, with David Durand and Zachary Taylor rounding out the top 5. Paul Irvin in the 48. Got an absolute mirror fall of the 53 who does a crossover out of 2. To the inside he goes. Lamb right behind these guys. Riding on Caleb Lamb. Right behind the 53 and 48 as their battle continues side by side out of 4. Oh, Irvin up into the outside wall. That's going to open up the door for Lamb to make a big move to the inside. Irvin's going to clear him. I'm sorry, Bollinger's going to clear him. He slides up. Irvin, here comes Lamb. He's going to clear Irvin as well. Irvin back into that 8th position just in front of Mike Robinson, who a couple laps ago we saw spinning or sliding through the infield grass out of 4. But here comes that 18. Great rebound tonight. But out front, Justin Durand. Just over a second lead over Vincent Short, Payton to Luck, David Durand, and the rest of the field. Bocock, the 12, continues heading in the wrong direction here on lap 21. Back into that 18th position. You can see right there on the ticker, folks. Short up 10 positions. Right now, your biggest mover. Bollinger right where he started this race off in that 6th position. Zachary Taylor up 2 spots from where he took the green flag. Oh, and a 79 hits the wall hard. That's Zachary Taylor. That opens up the door for Bollinger to the inside. Just as we flip the camera, Zachary Taylor hard into the outside wall out of 4. Bollinger going to take advantage. He's going to climb into that 5th position. Here comes Zachary Taylor powering back on the inside out of 2. Corey Taylor had a big run out of 2. Thought better of it, just tucked in right behind Mike Robinson in the 18, right in front of Norman. All over the back bumper. Bollinger shoving the one of Zachary Taylor. Taylor with an absolute handful of the 53 of Bollinger. Here comes Lamb in the 4 and the rest of the field. Here comes the 18, throwing it down here into turns 1 and 2. Side by side, bumper to bumper, dead even out of 2. Big slide for the 79. Zachary Taylor with a big slide. Bollinger continues to run on that middle line. Robinson trying to get a big run this time on the bottom out of 4. Nothing doing, but they're going to be 3 wide almost right behind these guys. Corey Taylor cautioned back out for the second time tonight. We're getting word something with Harold Tucker. Patrick James is on pit road as well. Let's back it up and let's see what exactly happened with Harold Tucker. Oh, all over the back bumper of the 13 of Lanphier. Just drives right on the back of the 13. 13's going to lose the back end. Up and over almost goes the 13 of Lanphier. 79 comes back across the field. Yep, right there. There was a little bit of contact. I thought maybe just the air was enough to get that 13 loose, but yeah, no, there's definitely a little bit of contact there between himself and Harold Tucker. Let's jump on the roof cam of the 79 of Tucker. Yeah, 13's a little loose. Maybe there wasn't contact. Maybe it was just all air. Let's see what the nose cam picked up. That's hard to tell. But either way, the 13, all he knows is he got turned into the wall. Let's jump on the helmet cam of the 13 of Lanphier. Yeah, I think the air got him loose. Tried to save it, and when he did, the 79 was on his outside already. And, well, unfortunately, the 13 of Lanphier hard into that outside wall. A lot of damage to the right front of that Ford once again. But caution, back out for the second time tonight here on lap 25. And the field, the pit strategy is split. The front 8 trucks all staying out on the track, while 9th on back comes down pit road. Justin Duran, his strong start to this race continues here tonight. Started second, currently leading the field under the second caution. Paint to Luck, he's up 3 spots from where he took the green flag. Started 5th, up in 2nd. Vincent Short, he's up 9 spots. A great start to this race for Vincent. Started in 12th, currently in that 3rd position. But this time by the lights on that pace car should be going off. You can see Zachary Taylor back there, second truck on the outside road, getting those tires cleaned up, getting a little more heat into them, and hoping that he can sail that truck into turn 1, have a bunch of grip, and make a run on these guys out of turn 2. But the pace car once again leading the field down here into turns 3 and 4. Let's jump on the roof cam of the 11 for this restart. Let's take a listen. Not a good launch by that entire third row. Him or Mike Robinson didn't really get a good launch on that. But out front, Justin Durand. We're under caution once again here for Steve Bocock and Justin Crumpton. Crumpton sitting still on the backstretch apron. The hood missing on that 95 Chevy. Something happened way up ahead of him. It looked like something happened with A-Bar. Looked like A-Bar maybe got put up into the outside wall. Right there, he hits the wall. Not really seeing where that contributed a whole lot. All right, let's see what happened to the 12 of Bocock. All right, something right around Ronnie Norman, just ahead of Bocock. Oh, right there to 33. Looks like a little bit of net code there between Norman and Hale. And then comes right back across the track in front of the rest of the field behind him. Bocock looks like he shouldn't have too much damage, but unfortunately, the 95 of Crompton cannot say the same. Thought he had it missed. Bocock came down and got him, and the 95's hood goes flying. But under caution for the third time tonight here at Michigan International Speedway, where we are quickly closing in on the end of stage 1. And All-Star, the audio is all good on my end, so it might be something on yours. I'm not sure. Because I can hear the vehicles and everything just fine through my end of the broadcast. But the lights should be going off that iRacing pace car this time by, and they do. 33 is just barely going to beat the pace car off of pit road. That is going to keep him 1 lap down. Sorry, he is back on the lead lap. All right, the pace car getting ready to hook a hard left back onto pit lane, this time out of 4, and we are getting ready to go back racing with a 4-lap shootout to end stage 1. Duran, Tulloch, Taylor, Short. Taylor, your top 5. Justin Duran's going to lead the field back into the NEXXTCAR restart zone, and we are back underway here at Michigan. 4 to go here in the stage. Justin Duran clears the field. Tulloch all over his back bumper. Zachary Taylor all over his. 3-car breakaway at the front. Half a second. The first 3 back to 4th. David Duran hit with his hands full at the 11 right behind him. 11 trying to do some evasive movement. Trying to get around the 24. Thought better of it. Almost going to door bang the 4 and the 15. They all keep it going straight. Lamb gives the 24 a shot into 3. Mike Robinson stuck on that far outside line. Oh, Mike Robinson gets loose behind Short. 43 of Abar goes around out back. Caution is back out here at Michigan. Abar sitting sideways in the infield grass here, and that will be the end of your stage. And I think, as it stands right now, Tulloch will be scored as your stage winner. Just waiting on confirmation, but let's back it up and let's see what happened to the 43 of Abar. Looked like he just lost it by himself back here. He's on the outside of Norman, and yeah, he just lost it all by himself, and unfortunately, Norman was underneath him on that one. We are getting word that is the end of the stage, and the 17 of Peyton Tulloch will be credited with the stage win here at Michigan. But folks, we're going to step away here for a quick break. Don't go anywhere because we have got more of the action from the 2-mile track of Michigan International Speedway. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back.
Seem to get enough. You got me feeling good, yeah, you got me feeling numb. I could look at you all day, watch the way them hips sway. Love your body, so I pray. Don't you dare take it away. Can't control what I say. Lost my mind, cause your frame. Hey, girl, what's your name? Lit me up just like a flame. Body in motion, I feel the commotion. Beyond you like lotion, I'm honest and broken. I flow like the ocean, I feel you were chosen to fix me, I'm broken. My heart that you stolen. Hey, stay with me, play with me, lay with me. Hate to see when you leave, chemistry feels like it's destiny. I just want you laying next to me, and I really don't want you to ever leave. On your body feels like taking on a drug. You got me feeling good, yeah, you got me feeling numb. Everything you do, I can't seem to get enough. You got me feeling good, yeah, you got me feeling numb. Touching on your body feels like taking on a drug. You got me feeling good, yeah, you got me feeling numb. Everything you do, I can't seem to get enough. You got me feeling good, yeah, you got me feeling numb.
Kane is in the building.
All right, folks, welcome back here to the NEXXTCAR Racing League here at Michigan International Speedway, where we have just finished up stage 1 and we are getting ready to go back racing this time by. Some pit strategy being played out here at the end of stage 1. That's going to hand it over to David Durand, Caleb Lamb, Cody Kepner, Colin Bollinger, and Peyton Tulloch, your stage 1 winner, back in 5th. But we are back underway here at Michigan. Durand up through the gears, bumper to bumper. He's going to clear the outside line, moves up to the wall immediately. That's going to leave Lamb and Kepner side by side. Now Lamb clears them. Here comes Bollinger. Here comes Peyton Tulloch. Justin Durand through the middle. Caution back out with a big move. Carnage out back. A big move by the 30 of Justin Durand, unfortunately did not pay off on this restart. Let's back it up and see what happened. The 53 moves up, 30 fills the hole. Oh, the 14 kind of lost it there. Right there, moves up the track, gets into the 30. The 53, major damage to your Daytona winner. Yeah, right there, a little ping pong action there. And Bollinger. It looked like he came back down, and I think he got Mike Robinson. It was not Robinson. Oh, Campeggio. Clipped the 88 of Campeggio. Man. Mike thought he was going to have it missed. The 9 heavy damage in this one as well. Let's jump into cockpit of the 88. Man. Thinks he had it missed and just nowhere to go. Not the ride you want to see if you are a fan of your Daytona winner here in Season 9. Bollinger is going to limp that 53 back to pit lane. That Dr. Pepper Toyota is going to need a lot of work here under the 5th caution of the night. But out front, David Durand, Caleb Lamb, continuing right where they picked off last week at Texas. Durand, obviously in dominating fashion, got that 24 Chevy to victory lane for the first time here in Season 9. Lamb had a heck of a run inside the top 3 for the majority of the night. Had to settle for 4th after pit strategy did not necessarily play out in his favor. Looking to put the last 2 week heartbreaks behind him. Lost at Daytona by 0.011 seconds. Tonight, here at Michigan, looking to put that behind him and try to get the 4 into victory lane for the first time in his NEXXTCAR career. Bollinger still on pit road getting work done to the Toyota of the 53. Joshua Hale's going to take advantage of that caution. If you guys missed it at the end of the stage, he did not beat the pace car off of pit lane. That put him 1 lap down, but now he was the lucky dog recipient under this latest caution. But out front, David Durand, Caleb Lamb, row 1, Kepner Tulloch, row 2, Justin Durand, and Zachary Taylor, row 3. The rest of your top 10, Irvin, Harold Tucker, Corey Taylor, and Mike Robinson. Robinson picking up some good pace here tonight at Michigan. But folks, out of turn 4 once again. The pace car hooking that hard left onto pit lane. The control of the field is in the hands of the 24. Into the NEXXTCAR restart zone we go. We are back underway here at Michigan. Tire spin out of the 1. Kepner getting a big shot from the 30 of Durand. Durand now looking to the inside of the 14. Justin Durand, that is. 14 once again misses the corner into turns 1 and 2. Almost up into the inside of the Zachary Taylor machine into 1. Peyton Tulloch almost under the outside wall out of 2 that time. Here comes Harold Tucker into 79. He's going to try to shoot the middle between Irvin and Taylor. Thinks better of it. Tucks back in behind the 48 machine. Corey Taylor, that's going to get loose out of 4. Keeps the Toyota Red Bull under control somehow. Man, he had that Toyota wheeling and dealing, but here comes the 18 of Mike Robinson. Side by side, 3 wide for the lead this time into turns 1 and 2. Zachary Taylor is going to prevail here on lap 41. Impressive move through the middle for the 1. And that's going to leave Durand and Lamb fighting for second. Here comes Durand. Big move to the inside. Looking for more through 3 and 4. Taylor moves up the track. That's going to open up the door for Durand. What kind of a run is Lamb going to get through the tri-oval? Beating it, banging at the line. Durand leads them back to lap 42. Lamb with a big run. Goes with the 79, the 1 to the outside. Tulloch right behind these guys. Let's jump on board that, the 4 of Lamb. He's going to get a big run down the backstretch this time. He's going to take full run. He goes to the inside. 3 wide once again for the lead here through 3 and 4. Lamb bottom. David Durand middle. Zachary Taylor outside. The 4 of Lamb with the big move prevails this time, but Durand fighting back. Here comes the 17. Once again, Lamb back to the bottom. Zachary Taylor trying to force it through the middle. 4 slides up. 1 goes to the bottom. Durand's going to have a big run this time. Tulloch to the inside to box him in. Bump drafting down the backstretch of Michigan like they're sitting at Daytona. But the 79 of Taylor going to prevail this time. Not going to clear the 4. Yes, he does. 4 trying to cross over. Big block by Taylor. He's going to put Lamb. Going to force it back to the bottom. Folks, if you do not enjoy this kind of racing, well, I don't know what you'll enjoy, because these drivers putting it all on the line tonight here. And folks, we are 2 laps short of even being at the halfway point, and these drivers are absolutely putting it all on the line. Colin Bollinger has taken the 53 to the hauler. Campeggio still sitting on pit road, hoping to get some more work done to the 88 and try to get back out there. Joshua Hale has also taken his 33 machine to pit road, to the hauler. Patrick James 1 lap down. Oh, big wiggle that time out of Zachary Taylor out of 2. Oh, big move to the inside. Zachary Taylor to the inside of Durand. Tulloch way up. Oh, Taylor almost going to get loose in the W Chevy. Now it is a 6-truck battle for the lead, folks. Irvin, Justin Duran. They have joined the party in the 48 and 30. Mike Robinson leading the charge behind these guys. Riding on that 18 machine of Robinson, this time through 3 and 4. Looking at the mayhem in front of him. Paying to look. Looking to the outside of Zachary Taylor through the trial this time. The 48 of Irvin goes with them. Irvin's going to push up a little bit this time through turns 1 and 2. Oh, Zachary Taylor got loose halfway through the corner. That's going to open up the door for the 17 of Tulloch. Tulloch to the inside. Here comes Irvin in the 48 with the 30. Caleb Lamb just behind the 30 machine. Tulloch still on the inside of Zachary Taylor. David Duran looking in that mirror, loving exactly what he is seeing. Looking back off the 24 machine, off his rear deck lid, back at what he sees in his mirror. Oh, a little slow that time out of 2. That's going to open up the door for the 79. Zachary Taylor taking full advantage of it. He goes to the bottom. Here comes Irvin. Can he look to the outside? Tulloch fighting back on the bottom. He's got the 4 Lamb right behind him. Oh, big slide out of the 24. He's going to get stuck in the middle, 3 wide. Here comes Duran to the savior. Duran and Duran bump drafting down the front stretch here at Michigan. Oh, he's going to get to the back bumper. Zachary Taylor, is that going to get that one loose? Irvin way up the track, almost into the outside wall. These 6 drivers, folks, all bumper to bumper, beating and banging, putting it all on the line here on lap 50. And then the rest of the field, right behind these guys, not too far back. Up into the outside wall goes Harold Tucker. That's going to open up the door for Vincent Short. Right behind them, Ronnie Norman, Corey Taylor. He's in a big battle with Mike Robinson. Robinson looking to rebound in that 18. Remember, he was sliding through the infield grass at the beginning of this race, but he has got the race of that 18 turned around. He is battling with Taylor to crack inside the top 10. But out front, they continue bumper to bumper. In a line, bump drafting like they're at Daytona or Talladega. The 30 jumps it to the bottom. That's Justin Duran. He looks to the inside of David Duran. He's going to clear the 24, slides up in front of him. Steve Bocock right where he took the green flag tonight in that 11th position. Adam Curtis up 11 from where he took the green flag, but the biggest mover of the race so far is that 79 of Harold Tucker. Up 16 positions from where the green flag dropped. But folks, the battle for the lead continues here down the front stretch. Taylor, Durand, Irvin, Durand, and Tulloch and Lamb, all bumper to bumper, your front 6. Irvin continuing to run that high line in that W Chevy 48. Trying to get the big run he can. Justin Duran, he has cleared David Duran, who's now in a battle with Peyton Tulloch. Lamb just behind that battle in 6th. Oh, and Zachary Taylor's going to go around. That's your leader. We stay green. Down through the infield grass he goes, trying to keep that truck under control. He will. He's going to lose the lead. Big slide out of the 1. He's going to fall back to that 14th position. Out front, that hands to the lead to the 30 of Justin Durand. Tulloch took advantage. He's up to 2nd. Caleb Lamb into 3rd. Big battle for the lead out front. Justin Durand outside. Peyton Tulloch inside. Durand way up the track. Gets a little squirrely into 30. And through all of that, the 48 of Irvin has lost touch with the leaders. But Tulloch, the 17 and 30, continue their big battle down into turns 1 and 2. Lamb and David Durand just behind them. Lap car, I think that's Austin Walton just ahead of these guys. It is Austin Walton, the last truck on the lead lap right now. He was just involved in that last incident. Tulloch's going to clear the 30 of Durand. He slides up. But here comes David Durand fighting back on the inside of Lamb, but has to tuck back in behind the 4. This race obviously not going the way that Austin Walton in the 9 wanted it to. Coming into tonight's race, 7th in the standings. A fantastic start to season 9 for that number 9. But unfortunately tonight is going to take a hit in the standings. But a couple of the other guys around them, they have had some not so strong nights. But the strong night for the 17, 4, 30, and 24 continue. Here comes Caleb Lamb in the 4. He's going to have a big run down the backstretch. He's going to take it to the inside of the 17. Side by side once again for the lead into 3 and 4. 17 outside, 4 inside. '17 almost up into the outside wall that time on the entrance into the tri-oval. 31 laps to go. Your front 4, bumper to bumper, side by side. And don't count out the 48 and 6 yet. These two, you can see them right there, folks, working with each other, trying to run down your leader, and that is exactly what they're doing. Big wiggle out of the 48, and they are going to make the big pass on David Durand. Durand back into that 6th position. Irvin and Norman, they've worked together to fight, to work their way back up to that lead pack, and that is exactly what they have done. Now, 1.2 seconds off your leader, Tulloch. Justin Durand starting to fall back here. But Norman and Irvin, they work together to catch up to the lead pack, but now fighting it out amongst themselves. All the meanwhile, Tulloch and Lamb, the battle for the lead continues here with 30 laps to go this time. 30 to go here at Michigan. Corey Taylor's strong day continues in the 11, up inside the top 10 in that 9th position. In a battle with Harold Tucker. Tucker making his first start to the season. Vincent Short having a strong run in that 15. He's up into that 7th position. Coming into tonight's race in 11th in the standings. So a great run so far. Started in that 12th position, has worked his way up into 7th. So that 15, he's having a strong run that'll propel him through the standings here tonight. But out front, the battle from the lead for the 17 and the 4 continues. Lamb coming to pit road this time. The Durans join him. Both Durans on pit road. Adam Curtis follows suit with Mike Robinson. Green flag pit stops have started here at Michigan, folks. And these are going to be the money stops. Oh, and Abar's going to get a bump from the 82 of James. Big save from the 43 out back. And around's going to go Zachary Taylor up into the outside wall head on. He's going to lock it on the brakes, let it roll down to pit road. Caution is out. Caution is out here at Michigan. The caution coming out extremely late there. But the 79. Yeah, he just lost it all by himself. No contact with another truck or anything like that. Just lost it all by himself. Tried to get it rolling on the pit road. Caution comes out. He hooks a hard right. But unfortunately, right in the middle of pit cycles here, the caution is back out for the 6th time here at Michigan. $25 laps to go next time by, folks. This is going to be the most important pit stop of the race. '12th on back, all have pitted before this caution came out. Tulloch is going to dip on a pit road. Irvin, Norman, Short, Corey Taylor, Tucker, Abar, Bocock, Zachary Taylor all follow suit. We're getting word there was contact into 3 with Zachary Taylor. The strong debut continues for the 30 of Justin Durand. Up 1 position, started this thing off on the outside of the front row, but here he is leading the field here, closing in on 25 laps to go this time. Paul Irvin, he's had himself a pretty good night so far, started first, currently second in that 48. Payne Tulloch started in 5th, up to 3rd. Great run for that 17. But Ronnie Norman, he took the green flag back in that 10th position, currently inside the top 5 in 4th. Vincent Short rounding out your top 5, started 12th, 5th on the race as they stand. So great run for that 15 of Short. Harold Tucker, your biggest mover of the night, started in 25th, currently in that 6th position. Tonight, can it be the night that 79, a part-time driver here in the Truck Series, work his way to victory lane in the NEXXTCAR Truck Series? Abar, you just saw him get loose that last time through turns 1 and 2. But the lights are off on the iRacing pace car. We are getting ready to go back racing this time. The pace car hooking that hard left back onto pit lane. The control of the field is in the hands of the 30. And we are back racing here at Michigan with 23 laps to go. Justin Durand got a great launch in the 30. Payne Tulloch, Paul Irvin going to settle it out between themselves for second. Tulloch bottom, Irvin outside. Here comes the 15 of Short just behind these guys. Here comes Ronnie Norman in the 6. He's going to get a big run this time out of 2. Nothing doing with it. $22 laps to go here at Michigan International Speedway. The 30 continuing to show the way here. Tulloch in a battle still with Irvin. But now Irvin looking to the inside of the 30 out of 2. Side by side, then even down the backstretch they go. The 15 all over the back bumper, the 30 down into turns 3. Oh, the 30 is going to push up a little bit, but so does the 15. I thought maybe that was going to open up the door for the 15 to look through the bottom. 48 Irvin pushes up out of 4. Here comes Caleb Lamb trying to work that bottom line in. He's going to slide back up top into that 7th position, just in front of Steve Bocock at a 12. Paul Irvin continuing to run the bottom. Oh, the 15's all over the back bumper of the 30. Is that going to get him loose out of 2? 48 slide job out of 2. Makes it work. 38 gives them a shot down the backstretch. Now they're going to be back side by side in 3 and 4. The 12's around out back. Caution once again here for the 7th time. The 7th time that yellow flag has waved tonight. Steve Bocock involved in this one. It looked like looked like the 79 machine of Harold Tucker as well. Or Zachary Taylor. Zachary Taylor involved in this one again. Back-to-back cautions for that one. Oh, Steve Bocock almost up and over. Oh, Norman gets up into the outside wall. Man, the 12 almost up and over down the backstretch. Right there, Norman and Lamb both knock the wall down. Bocock lifts to avoid carnage, and Zachary Taylor just nowhere really able to see what is happening here, and almost up and over goes the 12. Off the roof cam of Zachary Taylor. Man, the 12 lucky to sit back down. Let's back it up and let's ride along with the 12. Hang on, folks. It's going to get wild. Almost up and over. But the caution back out for the 7th time tonight. But, folks, we're going to step away for one more break before we have your coverage all the way to the checkered flag. So don't go away, because this is going to be a finish you are not going to want to miss here at Michigan.
Still speeding. Still speeding.
All right, folks, welcome back here to Michigan International Speedway, where the NEXXTCAR Truck Series are quickly closing in on the end of this one. Getting ready to go back racing this time. Irvin, Justin Durand, row 1. Short to Luck, row 2. Tucker, Abar, row 3. Norman, David Durand, row 4. And Corey Taylor and Cody Kepner rounding out your top 10. But the pace car hooking that hard left back onto pit lane. The control of the field is in the hands of the 48 Chevy of Paul Irvin. Into the restart zone we go. We are back underway here with 17 laps to go this time. Irvin gets a great launch. Previously, we've seen where the leader has cleared the outside line and immediately jumps up against the outside wall. Irvin does the complete opposite. He stays dedicated to the bottom of the track. Justin Durand running that middle line this time on the exit of 2. He ran down on the white line through turns 1 and 2, but now looking to get a big push out of the 15 out back. 17 getting a big push from Harold Tucker into 24. Now the 24 is going to pull off the back bumper of the 79 of Tucker. He's going to look through the middle, up against the door of the 43 of Abar. Here comes the 30 of Justin Duran. Big move to the inside of Irvin. Didn't even hit the line. 16 to go. Here comes Sluck with a big push from the 15. 3 wide once again for the lead. Now make it 4 wide through turns 1 and 2, folks. We talked about it. You're going to see 3 wide. You're going to see 4 wide, and we just saw it for a split second. Now Tucker gets into somebody. Around they go. 8 bar up against the outside wall. Caution. Back out here down the backstretch. Lot of damage to the right front fender and left front fender of the 43 of Alberto Abar. Let's back it up and see what exactly happened between himself and the 79 of Harold Tucker. Yeah, Abar just overreacted there a little bit with the 15, I think. Yeah, right there. Trying to see if maybe there's some little bit of net code. I don't think so. Yeah, right there. He comes up and then has to correct to go back to the bottom. And when he did, he overcorrected to the bottom and down into the 79 he goes. Up into the outside wall, and the 79 of Tucker gets him once again down the backstretch. Yeah, but obviously that one's going to fall in the hands of the 43. Let's jump inside the helmet cam of the 43 this time. Yeah, just overcorrects it with the 15 and down into the 79 he goes. So the 43 now on pit road getting service done here in this one. Irvin bringing the 48 machine down pit road. I'm a little shocked on this call. Apparently he does not feel that he got enough fuel the last time by. Same with the 79 coming down to get some damage fixed as well. Bocock, Norman, Caleb Lamb on pit road as well. Curtis, and then like we said, Harold Tucker getting some work done to the side of that 79 Chevy. And that is going to hand the lead over to the 17 of Paint to Luck. But he has got a mirror full of the Durans. David Durand directly behind him in second. Justin Durand just behind him in that 30. But how about the run for the 15 of Vincent Short? Absolutely putting on a show tonight here at Michigan this season. He's been involved in a couple incidents, but tonight has been all clean sailing for that 15 Chevy of Short. Can he continue it tonight? Same with the 11 of Corey Taylor right behind him. He has had a fantastic run tonight as well. Continuing his strong run from last season. Taylor coming into tonight's race in that 12th position in the standings, looking to add to it and crack inside the top 10 at the end of this one tonight. But right now, inside the top 5 in that 5th position. Cody Kepner, we all know his story from last season. Looked to try to make his NEXXTCAR debut last season. Well, Mother Nature did not agree, and that 14 had to wait a whole season, but out here looking to do what he could not accomplish last season, and that is run laps tonight. But here he is up in that 6th position. Zachary Taylor, he went through a spin a couple laps ago, trying to rebound in that number 1. He's up into that 7th position with Mike Robinson to his outside. Jacob Rickwalt making his debut here in NEXXTCAR in that number 9. He's up in that 9th position with Paul Irvin, who just pitted in that 10th position. But the lights are off on the pace car. That means one thing and one thing only, folks. We are going back racing this time by. The leader, to Luck, choosing that outside line is the first time we've seen it tonight. Little experimenting here with 13 laps to go. I'm not sure if this is the time to try things, but that 17, the first leader we have seen choose that outside line. So it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out for him. But the pace car back on pit lane. The control of the field is in the hands of the 17, and we are back underway here at Michigan at 12. Steve Bocock does not get going. Caleb Lamb gets trapped behind him. The 17 clears the 24. David Duran, who's got a mirror full of Justin Duran. I can't believe Tuluk left the Duran's bumper to bumper like that on this restart. But so far through 1 and 2, it's going to pay out for him. But here comes David Duran powering around the outside. David Duran, a big run. He's going to get to the outside. He's looking for more down the backstretch with Justin Duran right behind him. Vincent Short with a battle with Zachary Taylor to his outside. Short's going to fall back. Here comes the 11 of Corey Taylor powering back to his inside. 3 wide through the tri-oval. Short in the middle. Taylor down low. Irvin outside. Remember, Irvin just pitted on lap 76, so he's got the freshest tires out there right now. Oh, and the 15 is Short. Contact with the 18 of Robinson. He's going to keep that truck. No, we're under caution. I don't see why the caution came out. I mean, I know the 18 has damage, but I don't see where any truck spun. I mean, they all kept it going straight. Yeah, I mean, they all kept it going straight, so I'm not sure exactly why the caution came out there, but either way, it's going to pay off for the 18 of Robinson. He's obviously got a severely damaged truck there, and he's going to be able to bring that thing down pit road and get that 18 Chevy looked at. But, yeah, under caution once again here. Short's going to hold on to that 15 and keep it up inside the top 10 after that little incident. So the strong run continuing for that 15. But Bocock cracking inside the top 10 in 9th. It says 9 cautions, but Peyton Tuluk and Zachary Taylor, the top 2 under this caution. Couple requests have asked to see the caution again, so we're going to hit that replay button this time. Yeah, the 14's in the middle and just kind of comes down a little bit, and the 18 was down there. Little damage to the right side, I think, for the 69. No, actually, I think Adam cleared it there pretty well. Steve's going to clear it through the middle. Same with Ronnie Norman. But yeah, they just they made contact and everything. Everyone kept it going straight there. So little prematurely, I think they're on the caution. But either way, it paid off for that 18 of Robinson. But the lights are off on that pace car. We are getting ready to go back racing this time. This caution is going to put both Durans outside the top 10 after coming down pit road. Justin Durand in 11th. David Durand in 12th. So we're going to have to keep an eye on those two, the 30 and 24, working their way up through this field. But down through turns 3 and 4, the pace car is going to look to hook a hard left onto pit lane this time. Back onto pit lane goes the pace car. To luck once again, choosing that high line. Down into the restart zone we go. Green flag back in the air here with 7 to go this time. To luck gets a great launch. Zachary Taylor falls back into the grasp of Irvin in the 48. Here comes the 11 of Corey Taylor. Taylor looking for the best finish he's had in NEXXTCAR in the 11. Powering his way to the outside, looking to the outside of the 48. Nothing doing out of 2. Here comes Adam Curtis in the 69. We talked about him in the pre-race. Where has the speed for that Chevy come from? But tonight, he is looking to back up that talk in the pre-race show and show, hey, it's not just a fluke here in Season 9. I'm here to win this thing. Lamb looking to the bottom. Austin Walton, a great recovery in that number 9 Uni first Chevy. He was a lap down not too long ago, folks. Don't forget that. Now up inside the top 10 in that 9th position. But, folks, this time by 5 laps to go. 10 miles here at Michigan. Taylor getting a big push from Irvin. Curtis to luck. Side by side through turns 1 and 2. To luck last pit on lap 65. The leaders. Oh, and up and over almost goes to 14. Kepner keeps it on all 4. But caution is out for the 10th time tonight. David Durand involved in this one again. Steve Bocock, heavy damage into 12. Under caution for the 10th time tonight here at Michigan. It looked like Kepner on the outside of a 3-wide situation here. It looks like the 11 just kind of expected the 14 to be up a little higher on the exit of 2. Comes up the track like he normally would. Gets into the left rear quarter panel of the 14. Gets him turned around. Obviously, Durand doesn't necessarily know what's happening on his outside, so he comes off the corner exit as normal. And right there gets into the back of the 11, and around they go. The 14 of Kepner, lucky to have that thing land on all 4s. But what happened to Steve here? How did he come away with so much damage into 12? It happens right in front of him. Just barely clips the 14 as he goes up. Yeah, right there. The 14's running low, and I think the 11 just thinks he's going to be a little higher. Man, right there. Man, that little bit. Let's jump in the helmet cam at a 12 of Bocock. Man. Bocock had a great night going. Bocock on pit road getting service done to the 12. And the field coming down pit road this time. Tulloch going to lead the charge onto pit road. Going to give up the top 5 currently being scored now in at 11th. The top 9 all staying out on the track. 10th on back on pit road this time minus the 82 of Patrick James. Tulloch's going to lead the battle off of pit road. Going to have to keep an eye on from 10th on back. Do these drivers have enough time to put those fresh tires to use? Tulloch, Duran, James, Corey Taylor, all pitted on lap 87. Kepner, Steve Bocock, unfortunately, their nights might end on pit road. Yep, we're getting word Steve Bocock in a 12 is taking that Chevy to the hauler. So his night is going to end with a 15th place finish. But the lights are out on the pace car. Next time by, folks, we are going back racing. Zachary Taylor, Paul Irvin, row 1. Adam Curtis, Austin Walton, row 2. What a race for those two in that second row. We talked about in the pre-race show, folks, the 69. Where has that speed come from? Tonight, looking to show, hey, boys, I'm out here. I'm ready for season 9. But Austin Walton, remember, he was involved in an accident a couple of cautions ago, but through it all, he has stood strong, kept his truck out on the track, and he is now in that 4th position in that number 9 Uni First Chevy, looking to possibly get his first win in NEXXTCAR. 3rd row, Justin Duran, Caleb Lamb. Duran has had one heck of a race at this point, looking to continue it here in the closing laps at Michigan. But folks, the pace car hooking that hard left onto pit lane. The control of the field is in the Dubby Chevy of Zachary Taylor. Into the restart zone we go. Green flag back in the air here at Michigan. 2 laps to go this time, folks. This is not a NEXXTCAR overtime attempt. This is the scheduled 90 laps. Side by side for the lead. Zachary Taylor, Paul Irvin, side by side. Adam Curtis comes out in front for 3rd. Is he going to slide up in front of Austin Walton? He cannot. Walton powers back around the outside. Here comes Caleb Lamb into 4. But side by side for the lead down the backstretch into 3 and 4. 48 outside, 1 inside. Taylor slides up. That's going to open up the door for the 48 for a crossover. He got tight behind him. If they get back to the white flag, folks, that will end. Oh! Carnage down into travel. White flag is out. Zachary Taylor put him up into the outside wall as they took the white flag. Zachary Taylor now leads the field down here into turns 1 and 2. Justin Duran all over his back bumper. Here comes David Duran. Here comes Caleb Lamb down the backstretch. Big block by Taylor down the backstretch on the 30 of Justin Duran. Now 3 wide for second. The 30 shoves the one down into turns 3 and 4. 4 wide out of 4. David Duran, he's going to power through on the bottom. He's going to make it back-to-back races heading to NEXXTCAR victory lane here at Michigan. David Duran survives the final 2 laps here at Michigan, and Peyton to Luck sneaks through to steal another top 3 finish. Zachary Taylor is going to grab 3rd here at Michigan. But Duran is going to make it back-to-back weeks. That 24 Hershey Chevy Silverado is doing burnouts on the front stretch. Burning it down on the front stretch of the 2-mile track of Michigan International Speedway. Justin Duran, a great finish in 4th, burning it down with him. But folks, let's go back and let's watch what happened on that last lap, because it was absolute mayhem. Right there. The one not clear of Irvin at all. Irvin goes to the outside, 79. Zachary Taylor says, no, sir, if you're going to go out there, well, I'm going to put you in the wall. And down across the track he goes. Austin Walton, Adam Curtis, just innocent bystanders in this one. Their great nights end with a slide through the grass. Yeah. The 48 was out there. He gave him the first bump and then gave him the second one up into the outside wall. 48 goes for the slide. But then, down through turns 1 and 2, Duran entered in 4th. Big move by Justin down the backstretch right there, looking at where he is going to make that move, then decides to just shove Zachary Taylor down here into turns 3 and 4. Gets him loose. That opened up the door for the 24 of David Duran, and he took full advantage of it. But the 17, somehow, some way, once again, Peyton to Luck stealing it at the line for 2nd place. Where did that 17 come from? Just the beating and banging between everybody on his outside. Well, that allowed him to get to the line in 2nd. Let's check out your race results from tonight here at Michigan. David Duran's going to make it back-to-back weeks heading to the NEXXTCAR victory lane. Peyton to Luck back-to-back weeks in 2nd. Zachary Taylor 3rd. Justin Duran 4th. Caleb Lamb in 5th. His hot streak continues. Ronnie Norman in 6th. Corey Taylor 7th. Patrick James 8th. Jacob Rickwalt 9th. And Vincent Short rounding out your top 10 with a great performance from that 15. Paul Irvin not going to get the finish he was looking for. He's going to come home in 11th. Austin Walton, same boat as the 48 in 12th. Adam Curtis looking for it all, but going to come home in 13th. Cody Kepner, 14th. Steve Bocock, 15th. Mike Robinson, 16th. Harold Tucker, 17th. Alberto Abar, 18th. Joshua Hale, 19th. With Colin Bollinger rounding out your top 20. 21st is going to go to Mike Campeggio with 22nd, Trenton Branson, 23rd, Justin Crompton, 24th, Michael Lamphere, 25th, Robert Hissong, with Robert Babcock rounding out your field in that 26th position. But folks, don't go anywhere, because we have got your post-race interviews right around the corner from Michigan International Speedway. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back.
spicy like a cook, yeah. I'll keep it real, let's make a deal. Buy you a meal if you just let me feel. Get out your heels, grab on the wheel. Back to my place at the top of the hill. Don't have regrets, I know what's next. She need a fresh, I'll be back in a sec. Look at them legs, don't make me beg. Back to the room, let me show you my bed. Touching on your body feels like taking on a drug. You got me feeling good, yeah, you got me feeling numb. Everything you do, I can't seem to get enough. You got me feeling good, yeah, you got me feeling numb. Touching on your body feels like taking on a drug. You got me feeling good, yeah, you got me feeling numb. Everything you do, I can't seem to get enough. You got me feeling good, yeah, you got me feeling numb. I could look at you all day, watch the way them hips sway. Love your body, so I pray, don't you dare take it away. Can't control what I say, lost my mind cause your frame. Hey girl, what's your name? Lit me up just like a flame. Body in motion, I feel the commotion, beyond you like lotion. I'm honest and broken, I flow like the ocean. I feel you were chosen to fix me, I'm broken. My heart that you stolen, hey. Stay with me, play with me, lay with me. Hate to see when you leave, chemistry feels like it's destiny. I just want you laying next to me, and I really don't want you to ever leave. On your body feels like taking on a drug. You got me feeling good, yeah, you got me feeling numb. Everything you do, I can't seem to get enough. You got me feeling good, yeah, you got me feeling numb. Touching on your body feels like taking on a drug. You got me feeling good, yeah, you got me feeling numb. Everything you do, I can't seem to get enough. You got me feeling good, yeah, you got me feeling numb.
Kane is in the building.
All right, folks, welcome back here to your post-race interviews from Michigan International Speedway, where we have seen David Duran make it back-to-back trips to victory lane and back-to-back weeks. It started at Texas and now at Michigan. You there, David?
I am, yes, sir.
All right. Yeah, you know, at Texas, you got your season kicked off on a high note, getting to victory lane, but tonight making it back-to-back weeks.
Yeah, I mean, it's this is one of those. I feel like this is one of those wild card races that these trucks rely on heavily on the draft so much, and also aero-wise as well. So, that last caution at the end of that, an extra set of tires, and really debating about might as well just taking it, and who knows what would have happened. And next thing you know, I mean, we somehow got through all the carnage and making it, you know, a 4-wide finish at the end there for a win. To go back to back is pretty crazy. It was fun working with my brother there, Justin. They're trying to maybe try to go 1-2, and that would have been really interesting. But no, this was a blast. I mean, it's a shame there was a lot of more yellows than I anticipated, but to go back to back on some pretty tough tracks with this truck is I'd say it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, no, the two Durans put on an absolute show tonight. Justin led a bunch of laps in his debut here in NEXXTCAR in the 30, had a great run, and then obviously you finishing it off with the win. But you said that you two are brothers?
Yes, sir, we are.
Nice. So, yeah, and, it was great to see you guys working together a lot there, especially in the closing end of this thing. At some point is the Duran train going on. You guys were just powering your way through the middle there, and obviously it worked out for both you guys with both getting a top 5.
Yeah, absolutely. We do the best we can, try to work together in certain situations. Like I said, the tire wear was pretty much the story here at the last handful of laps. So it's just a matter of being in the right place at the right time, getting the right pushes at the right time, and momentum was really key. So I'm not gonna complain. I'm excited as hell. So I mean, to get 2 wins already, where I struggled all year or a year and a half on both series is it's pretty awesome to say the least.
Yeah, no, for sure. Obviously, next week, in week 4, we go to Charlotte Motor Speedway. How do you feel about it?
That'd be another mile and a half.
Absolutely, buddy. But hey, congrats on back-to-back wins tonight.
Thank you, Ron.
Yes, sir. Moving on to your second place finish. Peyton Tullock. Man, once again, another drag race battle to the line, and you prevail for that second place finish.
Yeah, I mean, we'll take it. A little heartbreaking, right? We talked about it in the pre-race. Like, really like this track. It's a lot of fun, and we had a lot of fun battling up front, but just seemed like we were kind of on the bad luck streak. Like on the end there, we had a really good long run truck tonight, like a really good one. Just showed that strength on that long run we got in stage 2. Just felt like we never were on top of the strategy, but still rallied. Late call to come pit row at the end there, get tires, and drove to the field second. So not too mad.
Yeah, no, for sure. Definitely looked like you had that 17 machine on the right track, but a couple of those cautions did not fall the way you needed them to. But, hey, I mean, after this race tonight, you can't be too upset about that second place.
Yeah, I mean, we're starting to show the speed we had in the truck series in the past, which is a big thing for us. We still, classic me in this series, can't seem to get wins, but we're constantly sitting here around this top 3 mark. So very happy with the speed we've had so far, and hopefully we can keep on that momentum.
Yeah, no, for sure. How do you feel about Charlotte next week?
I don't love Charlotte as much as tonight, but it's still one of those tracks. It's got 2 lanes. There's different ways you can run that track. It's a really hard pit road to enter, so that's one thing to watch out for. But confidence, I mean, we got a lot of confidence right now. We're riding pretty nice. I mean, 2 top 5s already this season, so we'll hopefully keep that momentum at Charlotte.
Absolutely, man. Congrats on that second place finish tonight.
Thank you so much, Ronnie.
Yes, sir. And your third place finisher making his debut here in the NEXXTCAR Truck Series, well, that is Zachary Taylor in the 1. Man, you put on one heck of a show tonight. You started in 7th, you finished 3rd, led 12 laps. You had a pretty good outing here for your first truck race.
Yeah, not too bad. I got into my teammate there coming to the white flag there on the last lap. Paul, real good teammate over at Apex, and just didn't know he was out there, but other than that, this Team Conti, Sim Performance Stubby, Chevrolet Silverado, she was to the win today. That's for sure.
Oh, 100%. Walk me through that battle, because there's a 4-car breakaway at one point, and you guys were bumper to bumper, basically drafting down the backstretch and down the front stretch like this was Daytona or Talladega. So walk me through just how fun that was, because from my point of view, it looked like an absolute blast.
Yeah, absolutely. Whenever you have guys of that caliber racing around each other, it's just going to be a blast. And luckily there, we all kind of, I think we were on the same page there, just trying to get away from the field a little bit and, kind of turn it into a race amongst ourselves, especially since it was after the stage and it was looking like we were going to go green for a while. So Absolutely a blast there, especially whenever the tires were actually working and the truck was underneath of you. But I think a few guys might have abused their stuff a little bit, and that brought, I think 2 or 3 more guys into it, and then I lost it off before because I used my stuff a little bit too much. So, but no, absolutely a blast whenever you got guys of the caliber that we have around here and in this league, dueling it out with each other.
Yeah, absolutely. How do you feel about next week at Charlotte?
Yeah, Charlotte's probably one of my better tracks. Good 1.5-mile track. So look forward to going there with this Apex Velocity, W Team Conti Sim Performance, Racing Paradise, Chevrolet Silverado, and hopefully put in victory lane.
Absolutely, buddy. Hey, it doesn't get much better than this in your debut in the NEXXTCAR Truck Series here. Come away with that 3rd place finish. So congrats on that one, buddy.
Thank you, man.
Yes, sir. But that is going to do it for your post-race interviews from Michigan International Speedway. Don't worry. The Cup Series are right back here tomorrow night for 140. I'm sorry, not 140. Holy crap. 100 laps. But that's going to do it for this one, folks. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and we will catch you guys tomorrow night. Enjoy the rest of your week. God bless, and good night.